Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's your girl Nisi. Again, I always introduce myself, but really, welcome to my channel. I'm really excited to come with, you know, something kind of controversial today. I know that a lot of people would agree with me and a lot of people wouldn't agree with me, but well, that's why we have the comment section. So please let me know what your opinion is. I'm open to hearing it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification so that you can know each time that I post a new video. So as you can see, I'm at an Italian restaurant and I had an amazing meal. Well, they didn't pay me to advertise anything, so I'm not gonna even do that. So today I want to talk about coronavirus and its effect, like generally to the world. Like a few, I think for some time now, because everybody has been dealing with some sort of depression. People are sad, people are hungry, people are going through a lot of difficulties. Marriages have broken up. Like the whole world has gone upside down. The world is no longer fun. The world is so boring. Like in some countries, there's a complete and total shutdown, and it's even December. We can't even have a proper Christmas anymore. In some countries, there is curfew in between morning until 9:30 or 10 p.m. So like the world has completely gone so boring. Like there's nothing that fun to do anymore. If you want to have fun, you just have to buy alcohol if you drink and stay at home and just drink with friends and family. So imagine if you don't really like your family or friends, you're gonna be in some big problem because you would be having the worst holiday season of your life. So now, talking about this coronavirus of a thing, I am not disputing the fact that there is no coronavirus. Please do not quote me on that. I am not disputing that. But the problem is that we have like all over the world there are serious, very very serious situations that have been that really calls for a shutdown or a lockdown or all of these things that we're experiencing. For example, HIV. Let's take certain countries that have high rates of HIV. Let me use South Africa as an example. Like about 3 or 4 out of 10 adults have HIV, and then there are a lot of children that are being born with HIV. So it's not a good situation. That is a serious problem in South Africa, and tuberculosis that people need, that the world, or should I say the government, need to even address. So how come nobody is being quarantined or being shut in because of HIV? Now let's go to Western Africa. We're looking at Nigeria, who had a serious massacre and serious protest because of police brutality. Now police brutality has been something that has been eating up in West Africa. That demands for a complete shutdown until it is handled. That is a situation that requires a lot of attention. The lack of development in some of the Western African countries itself is like a pandemic, because there are no good hospitals, there are no good schools, there are a lot of shortcomings there that has resolved to a lot of situations. Okay, let's take Ebola broke out in western part of Africa, and there was no shutdown. The world actually, well, they sympathized or empathized, but the world didn't really go on a complete shutdown for Ebola. Now I know people are going to say, oh no, these things are not contagious, not like coronavirus and what. Oh yeah, it is contagious. And yes, it might not be like coronavirus, of which we don't have any like any proper proof of how much it spreads any different from how HIV or Ebola or all of these like situations that make living very, very uncomfortable and very miserable, you know, like there's no much difference. So why is it that now the world is going to a complete shutdown because of a situation that isn't even that much worse than other situations? Like, come on, guys, think about this. With coronavirus, they said there's a measure of wearing a mask and sanitizing. A lot of the things don't add up. So you can wear a mask when you're about to go into a restaurant or a club or whatever, and then when you get into the club, after you take off your mask, guys, how are you, just with the temperature, with the temperature scanner, how does that stop the spread of corona? Let's be realistic. I feel like we're being imprisoned in our minds, and the society, the world, the people that are controlling all of these things are manipulating us, and they are taking off our attention from the real pandemic in our various communities, our various countries, our various nations, our various continents. Because now Africa is just following the crowd. Africa, we don't have the kind of, we do have natural resources. We are rich, even though we don't exploit our wealth and we don't use it to our advantage to build ourselves up. But the Western countries, they have resources to take care of their people during the pandemic. Imagine, like countries like the US, Canada, you know, even in Europe, they were giving out grants to people, you know, and it wasn't a small amount of money. I heard that certain people got $1,000, certain people got like I think 1,000 euros. I'm not sure, well, definitely about the numbers, so I don't want to be quoted wrongly on this, but this is a very, very serious situation. Now, they were able to get all of those grants, and trust me, I've asked a few people, and there are some people who did not even receive those grants. Now, in a situation like this, what about continents where they cannot afford to give their citizens that kind of money? So what's gonna happen? We have to stay hungry, we have to die, we have to let the whole world to come to a full stop. Come on, guys. I mean, we can still, this is okay. So this is even a disease that that with isolation and with human with the immune system, you can actually heal up. You know, when you contact the disease, you can actually heal up, you can actually get better. So why is it that the whole world wants to shut down because of a disease that wouldn't even kill you right away? Like, you can fight it and you can actually get cured. Why is it that way? Look at how quickly people are bringing out vaccines for coronavirus. Who is doing anything for HIV? Who is doing anything for tuberculosis? Who is doing anything for Ebola? There's nobody doing anything for that. Nobody is doing that. So this is not fair. This doesn't even sound realistic in any way. Like, it doesn't. So we individually, in our various communities, our various nations, our various countries, our various continents, we need to come together and not let some people from wherever try to just, you know, snap out life out of us, snap out existence. What is the meaning of life if you cannot go out and have the free will that you deserve or you desire? If you cannot go out anytime that you want, if you cannot do your things freely just because we have to be all caged, that is not life. So we need to come together and stand against this imprisonment, because we don't know what the real achievement here is. We don't know what the real purpose is. Why Is it that there are some people who are coming together to create certain viruses and put it out there and then imprison us against our own will to be inside? And then we are being imprisoned in our minds because we're like, oh yeah, let's stay at home. Oh yeah, let's do this. Oh yeah, let's do that. You do that for 1 year. You want to do it again in 2021. And then your life is gonna be fucked up. You're not gonna have enough money to eat. You're not gonna have anything going for you. And guess what? All the people who had all of these ideologies, they're just gonna sit at their home. They're going to make more money. They can go out and get whatever they want by just making a call. But you cannot get what you want. So it's time for us to stand up and demand for explanation, and also demand for another way for all of this to be handled, because we cannot be locked up. Okay, now it's hot, like, and then you have to wear a mask, and there are people who have slept off in their mask and they suffocated and almost died. I actually learned from a friend that someone wore his mask at work and he slept off and he couldn't breathe in his sleep and he just died. It's not fun wearing the mask. And then there are people who are also antagonizing other people when they go out to say, oh, you're not wearing your mask, oh, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. Yes, self-care should be an individual thing. Everybody should be able to think about that. Before this whole situation, we were all comfortable, weren't we? So now it's time to say enough is enough. It's time to take back our lives, or else our children will have no lives. Why are we having kids anyway? Why are we even getting married? Because now our children have no lives. They can't enjoy anything. They can't even go to the four walls of school because, oh yeah, they have to stay at home. We cannot even go to church and enjoy church because we have to stay at home. We cannot even go to the club and have fun because we have to stay at home. And come to think of it, talking about churches and clubs, I know that the church is trying to do the right thing, but sometimes it also bothers me because, like, take a look at the clubs. They are still open and they are running their show, and they are they don't limit the number of people that go into the club. But guess what? Some of the churches, if not most, are limiting the number of people that come into service. You're giving the devil the opportunity to win because people can easily just get up and go to the club without having to sign up anything or register, or or to register their attendance, and they can just show up at the club and they'll be let in. And they are actually being let in, and then they take off their mask. Now the church is supposed to be a place where believers go, where believers are supposed to stand out from the people of the world. Why is it that with churches now, yes, they say they are taking precaution, but you cannot just go to church? You have to register, and if it's too full, then you miss out, and all of those things. And then when you go to church, you also have to still wear your mask and all of those things. You can't even praise and worship. No, guys, no, this is not life. This is not living. If we keep on doing this, life is going to pass through us. We are not going to pass through life. We are not going to enjoy anything at all. We need to take a stand, and we need to fight for the essence of life. A lot of people are depressed. A lot of people have lost their minds, not because of anything, but because they cannot live. What can you do? You can't even travel anywhere without restrictions. People cannot even go and run their businesses. Okay, let me ask you a question. All of these people that are doing all of these things with the pandemic, shutting everywhere down, have you bothered to ask yourself if they are actually observing the situation, or they are just telling us to stay at home while they travel to wherever they want in their private jets and do whatever they want? Have you thought about that? Like, it's something we need to think about. It's something that we all have to come together in the world and rise up. And truly, Africa, come on, guys. Like, we are way smarter than this. We are more than this. We need to develop our continent. We need to grow, and we cannot always copy what the Western people do. We cannot always do that, because they introduce us to things, and then when we accept it and we put it in as part of our tradition, then they back out. You know, that's just unbelievable. So we need to have a mind of our own. Already we are separated by several things. We fight each other, we hate each other, we don't develop our continent, we don't do anything for ourselves, because there are real issues that need to be handled. There are young women raped every day and killed every day. That alone deserves the whole world to stand at ease and sort it out. But nobody's doing that. There are so many military personnel, whether police or whatever. There are so many of them murdering young people. That alone is enough for the world to stand at ease. There are so many countries who are suffering from bad road, no electricity, hunger, no infrastructure, no education, Boko Haram, ISIS, name it. All these are serious situations, enough for the world to stand at ease. Why is the world not standing at ease for those situations? Why is it standing at ease for a virus or a disease that right now is being able to be contained anyway, and people even get better from it? And you know why? So is this what we want our lives to become right now? Think about it. I mean, if you're a father, think about how you're going to have to take care of your kids, feed them, and all of that. If you cannot even go out to hustle and work and make a living, think about that as a mother. You cannot have your kids go to school proper. You cannot even have them enjoy their childhood, like just because of this situation. Think about it. So our life is just going to be cut short like that. So I'm beckoning on anyone who is watching this video, and I'm beckoning on the world and people who have to sit down and think with logic and ask ourselves definite questions and demand for accountability and demand for explanations and demand for the right thing to be done, not just what would benefit some other people sitting high up there. No. There has been immunization that has gone out in India and in Africa, and a lot of kids have lost their legs, ability to see, become imbeciles just because of this just because of these immunizations. Who is saying anything about it? Nobody is saying anything about it. But now it's coronavirus and the world is singing the anthem. The world can actually come together for a situation like this, but we cannot come together to make our lives better. That is a shame. I don't care whether you're white, black, green, yellow, purple, whatever your color is. It is a shame if you sit down in your house and fold your arms just because you feel that, well, you can take care of yourself. You have enough food to eat for the next year. You have enough money, or you have a job now, and you're fine with what is happening. It's a shame on you, because you don't know what will happen to you tomorrow. You might be amongst the thousands of people who would lose their jobs, amongst the thousands of people who cannot afford to feed their family, and who cannot afford to even accommodate themselves. Let us be realistic. So if the world wants to go on a shutdown, if these people who are trying to control the world want to do this, then they must give us adequate compensation. And I'm not talking about just allocating stuff to the government. No, you allocate individually you say it's a what do you call it, it's a digitalized world, right? People do have bank accounts, right? I mean, you flourish everybody's bank account with enough money, and you make sure that every family gets enough food, and you make sure that everybody is going to be equated job opportunities as soon as this situation is over. Let's not let people take over 2021 and we sit down watching. We are the majority. Those of us who are being imprisoned and caged out of our own free will. Let us speak up and let us stand up. You can come out when you want to say Black Lives Matter. You can come out and do a riot and protest your and protest your feelings about these things. Please let us protest against this situation. We need our lives back. We need to enjoy the essence of life once more. That is the gift that God gave to us, and we shouldn't let any man try to manipulate it in any way. If they want to help out really because of this situation, let the people in charge look for a way that would not affect our living and make that work out. Well, I hope that I made a lot of sense. I hope that you see my point of view. I hope that, people around the world or wherever you are, if you're watching, I hope that you can, think about this and let us start to spread positivity and let us try to spread power. Let's get rid of fear. Let's get rid of imprisonment against our own free will. Let's crave to live. And let's take over 2021, because it was handed to us by God. It wasn't given to us by man. We don't need any man to manipulate us. I hope you enjoyed the video. Actually, this has been a touchy subject for me because I've also suffered a little bit of depression because of this situation, because of how life has been, and and all of that. So I hope that guys will all come together and try to figure out what life should be next year and enjoy the gift of living, the essence of life. Enjoy the restaurant, enjoy nature, enjoy going out to clubs again, enjoy going to church to fellowship together again. It will be really amazing. Well, thank you guys for watching my video. I think I've said it already, but I'll say it again. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope to see you in the next video. Please do not forget to share, like, hit the subscribe button, and also the notification so you can always see when I post a new video. Until next time, have a nice one. Bye.